welcome back to Skyrim. Alright, well, here we are. Slayer of Dummies has just left Fort Dawnguard. And the current mission is to recruit Gunmar and Sorin Gerard. And if I look at the map here, Gunmar is over here someplace a little bit to the north of Iverstead. Not a problem, easy enough to get to. And Sorin Gerard is clear over here in the Reach, off by northwest of Harmachtal. Okay, so he's got a little bit of traveling to do, and as he walks his way out of Dayspring Canyon to hook up with Shadowmere, I am going to slip out of character here for a moment. As you know, I've been recording ahead of time. To give you an idea of how much ahead of time, as I record this, it is approximately 3 o'clock in the morning on the 24th of July, 2017. And I believe it was episode 72 is the last episode that I uploaded as of this recording. Yeah, that gives you a little bit of idea of the time scale here. Now, I didn't notice this while I was recording the events in question, but I did notice it later, because I'm not quite so focused on a fight when I'm editing video and so on. But it seems that during the events that took place at the end of episode 87 and again at the beginning of episode 88, because when I have to split a recording like that, I like to try to overlap, you know, and have where's Shadowmere? Oh crap. Might be chasing the dragon. Okay, hang on. Dragon Rend. And let's get Nightingale Bow. No, actually, come to think of it, how about the crossbow? I just heard some thump. There was just a thump a minute ago, like something really big, like a dragon landing. Ah. Okay. Pardon the interruption from my interruption, but I have to deal with the dragon. I don't know if I had a chance to have it actually affect him. It might have gotten his attention, though. And if Shadowmere wasn't around, that might be why he saw the dragon and went after him. Oh, for crying out loud. I can't climb the freaking hill? Really? You're going to put a dragon up there and make me take the long way around to get to him? Oh, for crying out loud. Where is... Just give me my freaking daggers. Get me some stamina. Oh. And let me guess, the ice race is still around. It's hard to see an ice race in all this. Did I finally get it? Yes. Good. Okay. All right, quick saving. All right, now, where was I? Okay, before I was so rudely interrupted by the dragon, which, of course, at least he paid for it, at the end of episode 87, an event which was played again at the beginning of 88, because when I split a recording like that, I kind of like the idea of overlapping it with the beginning, from the end of one episode to the beginning of the next. It helps maintain some continuity. So, anyway, during that fight with that one vampire, the guy that was, he was the one that I said he sounded like Mercer. He was in there in that room with a giant spider, and they were duking it out when I popped the door and started throwing crossbow bolts. Yeah. Well, during that incident, I'm sure by now several folks have, well, by the time this video actually airs, several folks will have noticed that there was a message in the upper left corner of the screen that I didn't see during the fight. You have contracted sanguinary vampirus. And if I look here, the magic effects, there you go, right there. Sanguinary vampirus. Health reduced by 25, progresses to 22 vampirism. Okay, so stop time for a moment, look at the map. Now, deep wood, rimrock, I don't want to see that. All right. Okay, find location. Dim Hollow Crypt. All right. Yeah. You notice how far it is. Dim Hollow Crypt up to Castle Volkihar. Dim Hollow Crypt is where this happened. Now, for those not aware, Sanguinary Vampirus takes 3 game days, 72 in-game hours, to turn into vampirism. Now, even in allowing for the fact that, yes, I used fast travel to go from where I came out of Dim Hollow to get over to Rimrock Burrow, and then from there to walk over to Icewater Jetty and then take a boat over to Castle Volkihar. That distance is going to be such that it's probably going to take, in-game time continues to pass when you fast travel. It's like when you're in Solitude, you fast travel to Whiterun, and you leave Solitude in the morning, and then you arrive in Whiterun, it's like afternoon, early evening or something. Yeah, game time continues to pass. So, wherever the heck that was. So yeah, He goes from Dim Hollow Crypt, wherever that was, and he travels over to Castle Volkihar. Has the big meeting with Harkon. Turns down Harkon's offer and is banished, and then travels from Castle Volkihar all the way over here to Fort Dawnguard. Now, going from Dim Hollow, I did some estimations. I figure it's at least 12 hours in-game time to go from Dim Hollow Crypt to Castle Volkihar, and at least 30 hours in-game time to go from Volkihar directly back to Fort Dawnguard, not stopping on the way anywhere. So that's 12 hours plus 30 hours. He's 42 hours into this disease. See where this is going? He's 42 hours into the disease, and he doesn't know he's got it. Remember, I'm speaking out of character here, so I can say things like this. Oops, interruption time. Okay. Anyway, yes, interruptions happen even at 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so he's about 42 hours into the 72 that it takes this disease to turn him into a vampire. Let's see, where is Gunmar? He's off here by Iverstead. And since for some reason... Is this gate open? Yeah, okay, good. For some reason, Shadowmere doesn't seem to be around. You would think he would be. This is I fast traveled to Dawnstar, and Shadowmere always arrives with fast travel. Of course, the fact that he's not allowed into the Dawnstar area might have had something to do with that. Anyway, I'm going to head through Riften here and get out to Riften Stables. And take the carriage to, well, I don't know. It doesn't go to Iverstead. Probably to Whiterun, then. And figuring that Shadowmere should show up at the Whiterun stables because of that. And so on. And then proceed to Iverstead, where it will be then a case of looking for Gunmar. Meanwhile, as I said, Slayer of Dummies is unaware of his affliction. He was too busy with the fight, and he's too busy with other things right now to notice it. And apparently it's not a really physically debilitating disease other than one's health goes down a little bit. What's with the really long loading screen? You're seeing this live, folks. This loading screen is taking for effing ever, and it doesn't usually do that. And I have no idea why it would. I mean, I even recently rebooted a couple of hours ago, so there's no reason for it to be doing that. Okay. Yeah, no Shadowmere. That's peculiar. All right, you, carriage driver. Yes.
Where do you want to go?
Let's get over to... Well, you don't go to Iverstead. No, I didn't think so. Okay, Whiterun.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. It's almost getting downright hot now.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Oh, steady, old girl.
Get a move on. Well, okay. Apparently I was right. Shadowmere is right here at Whiterun. That's good. All right. We're off to Iverstead, and from there to hook up with Gunmar. Completely oblivious to the progression of the onset of this disease. Okay. Whoa. It kicked me off the horse.
What else would you have me do?
And by the time he's arrived at Iverstead,
While you're under our roof,
guess what? Slayer of Dummies is now a vampire.
you to pitch in a little more.
As a matter of fact, that makes me want to check. Under destruction here, we've got, I know there are spells and such
Yes,
that
Mother.
show up as when a character turns into a vampire. I know. I've played one or two in test games. Okay. Meanwhile, it's time to hook up with Gunmar and get him on the way to Fort Dawnstar. And let me guess, this is
Wildest
Gunmar.
monster in the world.
Yo,
You there!
Dude.
Hold fast! I've tracked this damned bear for 2 weeks. I'll not let it have any more victims.
well, looks like you got him. Isran is needing you.
Isran needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm
Well, what
afraid
can I
he's a
say?
few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to.
Oh?
Besides, he can handle anything alone. He assured me so himself. What could he possibly need my help with?
Well, how about vampires?
Vampires? That might change things. Tell me more about what's going on.
Well, we don't really know, but they've got an Elder Scroll.
By the 8th. Alright, look. I'll consider it. But I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Isran expects of me.
All right. Where? Oh, in here. All right. Let's go bear hunting. All right. Where's the crossbow?
Where'd you come from?
Oh, heck. Give me the daggers. There you go.
Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself.
You'd have gotten killed.
You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume.
Yeah, and can you teach me that trick about standing inside the bear's corpse? Yeah, Fort
Of
Dawnstar.
course he did. He's been
Dawnguard.
working on that place for years now. Never lets anyone in. His own little fortress. Well, I guess I'll get to see what he's been up to all this time.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
Good. Shut up and move, because you're standing there bouncing back and forth and you're making me seasick. Ugh. I don't know why people got to do that. Why there's got to be stuff just weaving back and forth all the time. I hate that. All right. Anyway, so we've got one guy recruited. And now it's time to head west. Clear over to the Reach. And locate Serene Gerard over here. So I'm going to get back to Shadowmere, fast travel over here to Harmunkstall. And we'll see what happens here about finding this person. Okay, here we are. Let's see, now just have to travel west and then north along the road. Bob and weave through these mountains. Oh, I saw cultists.
Dragonborn returns to this world soon, and all will be judged.
Alright, let's grab a little bit of health.
We shall clear the way for the coming of the true Dragonborn.
How about I clear the way of you? Oy, yay. Take the ropes because they're expensive. The staff. Yeah. We don't care about the rest of that. Okay, what happened to the flame atronar? I wanted to harvest the fire salts from that. But apparently it didn't get killed, it was just despawned. Alright. Looks like it's this way. I'm going to get out there and catch up with you when I do. Alright. Apparently I think I'm just about there. Oh. How about that? Alright. 7 Dwemer gyros. How about that? Okay. Yeah.
You
Greetings.
haven't seen a sack full of dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I'd swear I left it right here.
No, you left it down on the
Do you think
riverbank.
Just look around, will you?
I don't have to. Isran asked me to find you.
Isran? Wants me?
Aye.
No, you must be mistaken. He made it exceedingly clear the last time we spoke that he had no interest in my help. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. He said some very hurtful things to me before I left. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me...
Well, hell, I'll tell you what. Vampires are threatening Skyrim.
Vampires? Really?
Yeah? Really?
Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios that involved vampires overrunning the population. Well, what are they up to?
We don't know, but they've got an Elder Scroll.
Well, that's actually something I never would have anticipated.
I didn't think so.
I'm not sure what they would do with one, but in this case, Isran is probably correct in thinking it isn't good.
Duh.
All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend myself. But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too useful. I need at least 1 intact dwarven gyro. So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you?
Well, as it happens, I just managed to find a bunch of dwarven gyros. Here.
Thank you. Now, where is it Isran expects me to go?
Where do you think? Fort Dawnguard.
Ah, been working more on his secret hideout, has he? I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there. Farewell.
Yeah. All right. Yippee skippy doodle. Jeez. Okay. Now, we have a little situation here. Slayer of Dummies, new member of the Dawnguard, who rejected the offer from Lord Harkon, although the main reason he rejected the offer was not that he objected to vampire so much as because he objected to the person who made the offer. Yeah, well, you know how that is. Some things are not worth taking when they're offered from the wrong person. Anyway, he's got to do something about this. He has now become a vampire. He's realized that. He can tell, you know, there's the whole thirst for blood thing and all of this. He's got it. You know that he can't show up at Fort Dawnguard in this condition. Really, Mudcrab? You realize I can let this horse kill you? And the horse can kill you all by itself with no help? Yeah. So, Slayer of Dummies is going to make his way. He's going to head in the general direction of Fort Dawnguard, but he's going to stop at Lakeview Manor. Oh, for crying out loud. Enemies? Really? Are you kidding me? Bring it on. Who are you? Where are you? What is your big thing? You got Slayer of Dummies. Now a Vampire Khajiit, and I don't care if it is daytime, he's still BA enough to nuke you people, whatever you are. I don't see anybody here. So this enemies nearby thing is crap. As I said, he's making his way back to Fort Dawnguard, but he's going to stop at Lakeview on the way and think about things. And so, Slayer of Dummies, having taken some time to catch up on some sleep that he hasn't been getting a whole lot of on his travels, finds himself headed over here to Riverwood. Because the thirst is really strong, and it's almost ruling him. Not quite. He is in charge of who he is and what he's doing. He's just making his own decisions and all of that. But still, things are pretty serious. And what is going on with Shadowmere? He usually doesn't start doing stuff like that unless he senses an enemy. Anyway, so he finds himself here in Whiterun and breaking into a house, as he's done so many times before for various and sundry purposes of theft or assassination. And feeds. The first feeding is somewhat strange to him. But he senses the power that he has. And there is indeed some power involved. For example, one of the things he has in the destruction tree now, well, two items. A vampire frost cloud. If it fires out a burst of frost and does some health and stamina damage for 10 seconds. 10 points per second for 10 seconds. And then there's the vampiric drain, which this is that red particle effect thing that the enemy vampires have been using and whatnot. It drains the life out of the target and feeds the vampire. Of course, he knows he cannot go back to Fort Dawnguard in this vampire condition. And so, Oh, really? Really? Boom. That was quick and easy. It's funny, there's usually 2 of these dogs around here. Or wolves, or whatever they are. Yeah. So, he's heard tell in his travels about a guy that can help with the vampire thing. And because of the way things are going for him, he's figured out something about the vampire thing. Granted, he can't go back to Dawnguard in this condition. They won't have anything to do with him and all of that. He knows that. It's pretty obvious about how Isren and company feel about vampires. It's not necessarily the condition that makes one evil. It is the person, and that person's own individual tendencies. If the person is evil, the vampire they turn into will be evil. If the person is not evil, the vampire they turn into might just be a person that has the vampire disease. And so on. Who knows? But all of these philosophical debates and whatnot aside, he's got to fix the thing. But he's heard about a guy in Morthal that can help with that. And so he's headed to Morthal. And next episode, we'll pick this up. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.